Marcel, the Wood Butcher, back again. Still on the cell phone, unfortunately, until spring comes, and now that the weather's getting nicer on this April, 13th day, it's getting nicer, then I can clean out my shop and put it more organized where I can show you the rest of it, because right now I'm kind of embarrassed to show it to you because my shop, unfortunately, is not heated, and I do what I can do in the wintertime, but when the temperatures hit here in central New Jersey, well, Monmouth County, New Jersey, that, I just can't work outside, and I've been known to bring, my high-class woods inside and outside, but I'm going to try to flip this camera around so that you can see me while I'm talking, and I hope it works. Okay, here I am. Okay, yeah. I'm going to spin this way so you don't see the whole friggin' mess I have in here. But anyway, this is part 5 of the Colonel Phillip B. Toon memorial flag case display, or display case, whatever you want to call it, right? And I'm to the point where I'm waiting for the customer, his son, William Toon, to get back to me with exactly what stain he wants on the high-grade maple that I have for this. In my opinion, maple in its natural state, because it is a very light-colored wood, is not the right choice in the light colors for a veteran's memorial flag display. I have never seen one that's light wood. They've always been like walnut, dark walnut, wangi or whatever, right? So, I have and I think it was in video 3 that I tried to display the differences between like the oils on one sample, and the samples came from the stock that I acquired or bought, to make this flag case from. And I did one side was oils. I had teak oil, mineral oil, whatever oils I had on there. You can go back to that video, which was, episode 3. I think it was episode 3, right? And then I also flipped the board over, and I had some stains on there that were stains that I had that were still in good shape after, suffering through the winter, right, that are still good. But I've acquired a couple more stains, and when I buy stains, I'm going to tell you something. Unless you have a project that's a major project, when you buy your stains, buy them by the pint. It's so much easier. It's so much easier. And then, another bit of advice, because once you open the cans of stain, just like your oils, once you open them and air gets in there, and when you try to, everybody with a hammer tries to put the lid back on, right? What I do is I buy 1 pint mason jars or canning jars, and I transfer from the can into those jars. It cost me a couple of cents, to buy the rubber-sealed lids and the screw-on lids for canning jars, but it keeps your stains and your oils fresh, where you don't get that film on top of them and stuff like that. Like with oils, to get the air out, you gotta physically grab the can and bend it to force the oil out, and then throw the cap on it, or a cap on it. Sometimes the cap doesn't fit anymore, so I've used a latex glove with a rubber band on it. But I digress. But that's just a wood butcher hint for you. Well, anyway, I'm going to spin you around, so let's go to 0 gravity while I spin you around, and I'm going to show you the latest that I have. Okay? Here we go. Oh, boy, you see what I mean? Okay? I don't know how well this light is going to do, but here's what we have. And I gotta move my garbage can out of the way in a second so I can get closer. Okay, this is, again, it's maple. It's another piece of maple that is from the exact project. Here is English walnut. Here is colonial maple. Here is red oak. Here is red mahogany. Here is early American. We're not done. Let me flip this guy over. And here is something called dark walnut. Right? And my best, and my best two are either the dark walnut or the English chestnut, for a couple of reasons. Number one, I wish I had two pieces of wood to show the difference, and I hope the lighting is doing this justice. I'm going to flip the camera around again. Okay, hold on while I talk to you. Here, zero gravity. Okay. The reason that I am choosing either the English chestnut or the dark walnut is because it's a memorial flag. It's a flag that was presented when that veteran passed away. Now, I know the client, William Toon, had requested maple because maple is the New York state flag and that's where they're from, which is fine. However, maple is a very light-colored wood, and I have never seen a memorial flag display for a veteran, especially a full bird colonel, that is done with light wood. So, but the structure itself is done with the wood. That's the state that represents the state that he was from, New York, Maple State, right? Well, other than the Empire State, the state tree is the maple tree, believe it or not. Mostly because of upstate. I don't think it has a lot to do with Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens, and Staten Island. But I'm still waiting to hear back from Billy what he wants this to do, or what he wants me to do with the staining on this. But in the meantime, what I'd like to ask is for your input. Yes, your input as to which one of these stains you think would look the best. And what I want to do is I want to take that survey, let's call it, for lack of better words, and present it to Billy, or excuse me, William. I still know him as Billy because, I knew him from my years at NYMA, where Phillip Toon was actually, or Colonel Phillip Toon was actually General Toon there as the superintendent of NYMA. I can only say that from my knowledge, because I have paperwork from him from 1968, and I think it was 73. It was either 72 or 73 that he left. I think it was 73. I'm not 100% sure, and you know what? I really don't care. I know he was the superintendent for many years, and he was a great superintendent, a very prestigious man, a very he was just great, and I want to make this right. So please comment on what you think, your opinion, just a candid poll. Comment below and let me know what your thoughts are. So for right now, this is Marcel, the Wood Butcher, saying, protect your eyes, protect your lungs, protect your ears, and never forget about these guys. I almost lost two of them but I ended up only losing the tips of 2 fingers, and that's it. But never forget these guys. Okay? Semper Fi.